welcome to Out of Bounds. This is our first, so don't hold it against us, sports show featuring Scott and John.
I'm John.
And I'm Scott, because I'm a boss, and the Mets are here. Our format is pretty much like any other sports show, but except we're not wusses. We're gonna speak our mind about our topics. And, well, now we got to start with this good one. Game 3, Dallas Mavericks, Miami Heat. Miami won it in the late seconds with a Chris Bosh jump shot. So, John, do you think Dallas is going to come back?
I think Dallas will. What they need to do, Dirk Nowitzki needs to take more shots.
Yeah, he's their only scorer, and they need, my opinion, I think they need to find a second scorer. It's the same thing with the Bulls. The Bulls had D Rose. Nobody else stepped up to the plate. Nowitzki can't do it himself.
I'm going to tell you what I would do if I was Rick Carlisle. And I
Take out LeBron James with a tire iron?
That helps. That helps. You could do that. Run the pick and roll with Sean Marion starting with the ball. The guy doesn't have great hands, but all he needs to do is get to the hoop once or twice to make Chris Bosh step out on that pick and then turn right around and hit Dirk over the top for a jump shot at the foul line or the three-point line.
Yeah.
Because Sean Marion has played a great series so far. He's played decent defense on LeBron because, let's face it, LeBron's going to score points. So,
except if it's a fourth quarter. Sorry.
Right. So he's not playing bad. And I think you reward that guy and see if you can't create a mismatch with LeBron James on Dirk Nowitzki. See if you can't get a quick, easy foul on him against Dirk being a bigger, stronger guy. That's just a thought. I don't know if it would work because, like I said, Sean Marion does not have the best ball handling skills.
No, but good. He's been playing wicked defense. And I think he should take more shots outside. He's a good shooter.
And that's my deal. You never know until you let him run the pick and roll. You might find out you have a spot there because you might be able to catch Chris Bosh and LeBron James off guard. If the communication breaks down, he goes to the basket and finger rolls, which we all know Sean Marion can do that. Excuse me, or maybe he gets to the lane, baby hook. He's got a baby hook that's probably one of the best baby hooks for a three that I've seen in quite a while.
Yeah, I'm having this idea of maybe taking Jason Kidd out and giving Barea more minutes and playing D-Wade. Do you think Barea could actually play the stick with D-Wade?
I think he could. Here's what I would do. I would do what Dallas has done, but I would play more of it. I would play a lot more zone.
Guard against that outside shot, yeah.
Right. I don't think Mario Chalmers, night in and night out, is going to have the same type of game that he had in Game 3. He had a pretty good game in Game 3, but he didn't have a good game in the first two games, not like he had in Game 3. I think you make them beat you with jump shots. And if they do that, the ball has to go into the hands of D-Wade. And I think D-Wade, if you can get him to chase J.J. Barea a little bit on defense, it becomes an issue with him needing an extra break here and there. So I agree completely. I would find a mismatch with Barea on D-Wade if I could.
Yeah, I mean, a kid's been playing good, D on Wade, but Wade it's just been exploding in the fourth quarter. J-Kid's getting tired. I mean, he's 38 years old. He's got some left in the tank, but you got to put Barea in. The kid's quick. I think we cover him.
Rick Carlisle, look at me. I like it when you play J-Kid and Barea together.
Oh, they work good playing 1 and 2.
Jason Terry is so overrated, it's not even funny. Sorry, he was overrated when he was a Hawk. He is a 6th or 7th man, and they keep playing him all these long minutes.
Jason Terry, who is that? Is he new to the team? Because he hasn't shown up in the finals.
Exactly, and that's my point. And you're starting Deshaun Stevenson. They say it's for defense, but I can't tell that D-Wade ain't torched that man in the first 2 games of the series. I mean, and I understand, you know, guarding D-Wade, you don't guard D-Wade night in, night out. Don't get me wrong. Not saying he's a bad defender. You know, I would throw Barea at the 1 and start Kidd at the 2. Just see what you get. Because to me, Kidd's got a better three-point shot than Stevenson.
Yeah.
He's probably got a better three-point shot right now in his career than Jason Terry does, or so far in the finals.
He's probably second best three-point shooter behind Dirk.
Right. So I would just start the game off. If it doesn't flow right away, then make your substitution, move Kidd to the 1, bring Terry in at the 2 or Stevenson in at the 2. But start the game with Beret at the 1. See if you can't get off on a fast game plan. See if you can't get 6 or 8 points easy.
Yeah, Berea, Kidd, then you have Marion, Dirk, and then Tyson Chandler.
Yeah.
You'll still have your size down low.
And I'll tell you right now, Tyson Chandler got mugged the other night. That poor man, I guarantee you, he left that arena. He didn't have no wallet in his back pocket. Go check his pocket. I guarantee you his wallet wasn't there. I mean, and he's not even a great player, but that he can't contain him on a pick and roll.
No, I mean, all he is good for gobbling up rebounds and throwing them down in people's face.
I mean, Chris Bosh should have fouled out of that game in the third quarter. He should have even have been able to hit the game with a shot because he should have been on the bench with a towel on his head. I mean, let's face it.
All right, now we discuss the Mavericks. Now the Heat. Now, D. Wade has stepped up in the finals. I mean, he's scored 35 points or more in 5 of the last 6 finals games he's played in.
That's what D. Wade does.
Now,
to be quite honest.
Do you think he's worth more than LeBron James?
Yes. He was worth more than LeBron James when LeBron James came to Miami. And I'll tell you why I know he's worth more. Not only does the tape not lie, because when you play sports, tape don't lie. Tape don't lie. You either play good or you play bad. When Shaquille O'Neal came to the Miami Heat in 06, he was still a valuable player at that time.
He was on the end of his prime.
That was when it really went downhill, was after that year.
I'll agree.
He told everybody, every reporter at the press conference, he said, "This is not my team. This is Dwayne Wade's team." He said, "I'm here to help Dwayne Wade, but we will go where Dwayne Wade takes us, me included."
And he took them to the finals.
Exactly.
And beat the said Mavericks in the finals.
Exactly. For a guy like Shaquille O'Neal, who had already won 3 rings with the Lakers and was the cornerstone of them 3 championships, because he was Finals MVP 3 times.
And he was in 2 finals with the Magic when they went against the Rockets.
Yes, and they should have won one of them.
Yeah.
But that's why we play the game.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, didn't.
Right. So LeBron James, go ahead and ride D. Wade coattails, Princess James.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're going to have to do to win a championship.
So would you think, just hypothetical, next year, whether the Heat win, lose, or draw in the finals, if, say, Wade, game 1 next year, gets injured, is this team as dominant as they were this year?
No.
Do they make the playoffs?
Yes. They made the playoffs just because they had too many options, because let's face it, Chris Bosh is going to have some nights here and there, just like he did the other night. LeBron's going to have his nights, but they're both going to play bad too.
Yeah.
To me, D. Wade brings the consistency to that lineup. Like you said, he's averaging 35 points in his last 5 out of 6 finals.
Yeah.
LeBron's not doing that.
And Wade, I think, brings leadership into the game.
Right, because he's not worried about, I have to win a championship, or I have to do this, or I have to do that.
He's done.
Right, LeBron James is so worried about winning a championship because he wants to be Michael Jordan. It's not even funny. And when you start doing that as a player, people are in your head already. D. Wade doesn't need that. He's won NBA. He's been MVP of the finals. He's won a ring. He doesn't need anything else, really.
And with less talent on the team.
Oh, far less talent.
I just love his leadership in game 3 when Chris Bosh pumped, held the ball for 10 seconds, then fired a aimless 3 that missed the rim. If you watch the tape, at the end of that timeout, he was in Bosch's face.
I know.
Screaming at him.
Because he's like, why are you taking that shot? There's no reason to take that shot at this time of the game.
Bosch didn't even need a pump fake.
Right, that's what I'm saying. If you're going to take the shot, take the shot. If you're open, take the shot. You do not have to pump fake when you're wide open in the NBA. But I'm going to tell you what's been a big uplift to that Miami Heat team. Udonis hasn't.
Yeah.
He is the motor. He's the hustle guy. He is what Kendrick Perkins was to the Celtics in their title run.
Before they traded. Yeah, I mean, Haslam's he's been doing his best on Dirk, and I think that last play, when Dirk, of course, missed the shot to tie the game, you can't fault Dirk because Haslam was all over him.
Right.
Grant's a high percentage shot, but it's not very high percentage when you have somebody right on you.
Well, hey, let's keep this thing rolling right along. And we're going to wrap up the show today, and I think it's a good place to go. Let's go with your top 5 most hated teams, and then we'll do the top 5 most loved teams.
I love it. Well, my top five, I'll give a little suspense. Go from 5 to 1. Most hated. The Oakland Raiders, which, I mean, it's not the team. It's the owner. Al Davis, I hate you. I hate you with a passion. Why don't you just retire in Florida like everybody else does when they hit 80? I mean, really? I'll go with the Steelers. I don't hate their ownership.
Wow.
But Big Ben, I hate you. I think you're overrated. Hines Ward, you're the dirtiest player in the game. You're the toughest guy when somebody's back's turned to you, Hines.
Not to mention you wear makeup.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, poor guy. The Cowboys, wow. 3 of my 5 guys are NFL teams. The Dallas Cowboys, I'm an Eagles fan, okay. I'm supposed to hate the Cowboys. But Jerry Jones, you're very business savvy, but you're also a crappy owner. I mean, all you do is shell out money. If I had money, I would be shelling it out. Tony Romo, really? Really, you're banking your team on Tony Romo?
Wow.
Number 2, we just talked about this team, Miami Heat. Well, obviously they're going to be in the finals because they spent over $100 million on players. I mean, I wish I could afford players. And the New York Yankees. Who didn't see that coming? Is my number 1 pick.
Yeah. Well, my 5 most hated teams. Number 1, the Ohio State Buckeyes. I'm going from 1 to 5.
I like it.
They are who we thought they are. Jim Tressel wrote a book about doing it the right way. Well, if that's the right way to do it, I guess everybody's a winner, even Charlie Sheen. Number 2, most overrated team in the NFL with most overrated, New England Patriots. Tom Brady is is the worst quarterback. Peyton Manning is a better quarterback than you, son. Mark my words. Number 3 on my list is actually a toss-up. Now, Notre Dame. Notre Dame football.
You know,
Harvard.
I was considering that.
Harvard. You were living on the past, and I don't like people that live on
Charlie
the past.
Weiss didn't help out much.
Yes. Number 4, Michigan/USC. Michigan, I don't care what anybody says, you have the ugliest helmets in all of football. And USC, yeah, y'all might as well be the Yankees of college football. Y'all are just paying everybody to do everything.
You know what? You can always throw in a Michigan fan's face. You got beat by App State.
Yes, yes. And number 5 on my list, of course, should be on everybody's list, the Dallas Cowboys. So
I'm surprised that you're going to have them higher, but I mean, those are some good ones up top.
Well, I watch more college football than anything, so a lot of my hatred comes from all these college football programs.
Well, that's very respectable. We're going to take a quick break and
What you talk about, Scott? You know YouTube videos only 15 minutes long.
Well, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not the YouTube guy. I guess we'll finish this off next week then. Later.
Later, guys.